The Union Pacific Railroad was once famous for pushing the limits of internal combustion locomotives, with experiments in high horsepower and turbine technology catching the eye of industry professionals and rail enthusiasts alike. In 1969, UP took delivery of its 6,600 horsepower Centennial locomotives, which operated in regular freight service well into the 1980s. Today, the only operating Centennial locomotive is number 6936, which UP kept for special assignments such as business trains and public appearances. In April of 2008, UP sent 6936 around the system on an officer's special, giving us a fantastic opportunity to see the unique locomotive in action as it passed through Oregon. We started out just outside of Eugene. UP had just reopened the Cascade subdivision after a 3-month closure due to a landslide, and some rock trains were still heading up the hill for stabilization work.
Semi that almost got hit by a train and pushed into a van.
Oh man.
Our first look at 6936 comes as the train glides across Jasper-Lowell Road at a location known as Fall Creek Junction. The Centennial's official designation is DDA-40X. Easily identified by their 4-axle trucks and wide noses, the Centennials measured 99 feet from coupler to coupler, nearly matching the length of steam engines like the UP-844 and SP-4449. Their 6,600 horsepower was achieved by placing 2 engines on the frame, separated by a walkway. At Albany, the special passes the junction with the Portland and Western's Toledo district. The big Centennial races past Shimawa at track speed of 70 miles per hour. Oregon City was the end of the Oregon Trail and the state's first capital. We almost missed our shot here because of a badly timed phone call. We had another brief pacing opportunity just south of Brooklyn Yard. At Multnomah Falls, we catch an empty grain train as we wait for 6936 to arrive. This train is returning to Canada for another load of wheat for export. It will be handed off to Canadian Pacific at Eastport, Idaho, and taken to an elevator in Alberta or Saskatchewan. There are several ports between Portland and Seattle that export grain to Pacific Rim customers, and it is not uncommon to see multiple trains waiting to be unloaded at one time. At 620 feet, Multnomah Falls is the tallest waterfall in Oregon. Located just outside of the Portland metro area, it is a popular recreation spot for hiking, fishing, and photography. The rest of the Columbia River Gorge features many other waterfalls, but Multnomah is easily the most popular. A westbound mixed freight is the next to appear. Its cars suggest a destination of Portland or Seattle. Soon enough, 6936 emerges from the trees and passes Multnomah Falls. The locomotive's horn echoes off the cliffs at Cascade Locks. Hood River is home to the Mount Hood Railroad, which runs freight and passenger trains on a branch line through the forests and fruit orchards between here and Parkdale. There is still hope that the passenger station will one day serve Amtrak trains again, as none have operated here since the Pioneer was discontinued in 1997. We get our final look at 6936 as it passes the depot and crosses the river. The train will continue in darkness to Hinkle, Oregon, where it will stop for the night.